Hey guys, Alex from Ironheart again. We are going over some full winter jackets now. Deck jackets have been a real core staple of the Ironheart line. Today we're going to do a bit of a deep dive into the N1, which is one that hopefully everyone watching this video is familiar with, certainly the Ironheart one, and also the A2, which is a newish style for Ironheart, which we started doing last year, and we're doing again this fall winter 2024. But let's kick off with the N1 deck jacket. So this is a new colorway for fall winter 24. Nice brown color, kind of similar to duck. But let's just talk about like the history of the N1, what it means to us. So the N1 deck jacket started being issued in the 1940s to people in the Navy. We've taken inspiration from military jackets over the years, but this was the first military jacket that Ironheart ever made, the IHM-01 in 2011. And it's really been a staple of the line since then. After the N1, the A2 came along in the sort of 60s for a similar purpose. It was made with slightly lighter weight fabrics, lined with a different type of fabric, but it was still extremely warm, and it was seen as kind of a successor to the N1. And we started doing these, like I said, for winter 2023, and we will do them again this year, and this is one of them. So now let's go back to the N1. We'll go over all of the kind of key details that makes our N1 our N1. So the outside typically is whipcord. This one is whipcord. Whipcord, also called jungle cloth. Very, very tight weave, dense fabric. Which means it's pretty windproof, slightly water resistant, but it's not like waterproof by any means. And then what we've done is we've also added an interlining between the whipcord outer and the lining, which in our case is a mixture of sheep and alpaca wool. So on our N1, we have lined the body with that wool lining, but we have not lined the sleeves. These are quilt lined. Well, so we've lined them, but not with the alpaca wool. The reason for that is because this high density wool lining is obviously very warm, but it's a bit thick and rugged. So when you're trying to take the jacket off or put it on in a rush, it can kind of get stuck around your arms. So we put this nice, soft, like quilted sateen lining on. So it's much easier to pull your arms in and out of. And that's a big point of difference between ours and some of the true repro jackets, I believe. Which would be lined all the way through. As well as that, on the inside, we've got a nice gun pocket here for additional storage. And then we've got these traditional D pockets, which are lined on this side of the pocket with the same lining that's throughout the body of the jacket, so your hands stay nice and warm. On the inside of the pocket, like what's underneath here, is unlined, just to give your hands a bit of reprieve from the pretty warm, potentially sweaty lining. Got storm cuffs. Keeps your sleeves in place, also keeps you warm in wind. We've got button cinches on the cuff, button cinches on the waist. All the sort of details just to customize the fit a little bit if you've got slightly narrower wrists or slightly narrower waist compared to your shoulders or whatever. So that's kind of the N1. Now we'll go to the A2. So first thing is visually, it's obviously a completely different style of jacket. We've got a chest pocket here, unlike the N1. And we've also got the side pockets here, although there's no D. This one's made out of serge. We also do a whipcord one. Instead of using that alpaca wool lining like we have on the N1s, this one is using an Ironheart original custom wool fabric that Hiraki spent a long time designing. It's brushed, so it still feels soft, but it's extremely dense, so it's very, very warm. But because of that brushing and because it doesn't have any alpaca in, it's much easier to get your arms in and out of. So unlike the N1, we've lined the sleeves all the way down. A little bit of a gap here for breathability under the arms, but you can still easily pull your arms through the sleeves without getting stuck, which is quite a nice feature. So your arms are going to be nice and warm in this, more so probably than the N1. This A2, it doesn't have that interlining either, so it's slightly less windproof, but arguably it will be just as warm because of the change in the lining. Other differences on here, the cinches on the waist would be the main difference. So we've got strap cinches here rather than button cinches on the N1. In terms of the fit on the A2, it's a little bit wider, slightly boxier fit. So we're covering our bases with fit, also with style, and also with fabric, because we started oiling our deck jackets, starting with the N1, and we're going to continue to do that on the A2 this year. So we've got an oiled A2 in olive coming out. Nice point of difference from last season. And as well as the brown N1, we've got a black with black alpaca, normal N1 jacket, and we've also got oiled olive and oiled khaki N1 jackets coming out this year. So a pretty wide range of deck jackets. Hopefully there's one that fits.